What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for joining. These live streams are kind of new for me. This is the first one I've done on my channel, and it's probably going to be a dumpster fire. So bear with me. First thing we should all do, other than enjoy It's Friday, is crack open something cold. I'm going to go with a beer, maybe go with a glass of wine, sparkling water, whatever you're into. Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to try and make this entertaining, kind of. I've got some ideas. We'll see how good they go. So the first thing I want everyone to do, if you would, leave a comment on where you're watching it from. I think it's so cool to see like who's watching where and people around the world. Let me show you something real quick. There were over 2,000 entries in this contest from 32 countries. What? That's crazy. Across all, well, I'll say all six. Pretty much the only 6 continents where people live. So really freaking cool. I mean, 32 countries. There's one dude in South Korea. What? So anyway, thank you. Like these live streams, like I know it's cliche to say for some dumb YouTuber to say this, but it's a way to say thank you. Like I know that you can watch a lot of stuff here on YouTube, and thanks for picking my dumb stuff, I guess. It's funny, I was having a talk with another YouTuber, and we were saying that YouTube has kind of become, it's becoming really commercialized. Like even when I watch videos, I know that at some point I'm gonna be sold something or being pitched something, and it just kind of comes with the territory. And I'm no different. I put ads in my videos, run ads on YouTube, that kind of thing. So it's, yeah, it doesn't come without a cost. And for that, I say thank you. And that's why I'm doing this giveaway with tools and cash and stuff. Just, it's one way for me to say, thanks, appreciate it. All right, so while we let people kind of funnel in here, I don't know how long people take to show up to a live stream. I doubt everyone's like super on time. Let's start with a little Ask Me Anything. I'll open it up. I'm gonna jump in the comments and try and figure out if I can keep up with everyone. Okay, I already see some questions about how you entered. So going back, I talked about this first in a video I did about probably 3 months ago maybe, where I talk about my new plans for a new shop and all that. And I opened up the contest then, and the drawings went up until December 1st. So if you entered after that, didn't make the cut, all the rules and everything were laid out on my website from day one. So it's not like I changed the rules or anything. That was just kind of how it was. You can enter for free on my website, and then there's a way to get multiple entries where you sign up for my Thangs community, which I'll talk about here in a second. But that's essentially where the entries came from. So I've got 2 giant bowls of individually cut out entries that we'll go through. So let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Favorite cheaper tool brand? You know, I did a dust collection shoot for the Hercules sliding miter saw, and I was like, Hercules being Harbor Freight, I was blown away. That thing was like way nicer than I thought it would be. Like if I sit it next to the DeWalt, which is the clone they got the idea from, I mean, it's pretty compelling for a couple $100 less. I don't know what's missing. Plus, I think on the Hercules, you automatically get the shadow light and stuff that you should always get on the DeWalt. So I don't know. Hercules is kind of cool. Not saying I would buy a bunch of stuff from Hercules, but that's one thing that just popped up in my head. When do you plan on doing dust collection for the Metabo? It's coming. I keep thinking in my head I can do these faster than I really can. So like I have like 4 miter saws like queued up right now for me to do. I'm wrapping up the non-sliding DeWalt right now, the 715, 716. So that'll be coming out soon. Right after that is going to be the sliding rigid, and then the sliding Metabo, and then followed by the sliding Makita. So I just got to work my way through them. It's just like doing all that. Anyway, that's, yeah, my problem, not yours. Do the things downloads stack if you use them, or if you don't use them each month? Okay, so for those who don't know, thangs.com is where I have my membership. It's kind of, it's very similar to Patreon. Like if you think of Patreon, you can, sign up for X amount of dollars per month to support a creator. Thangs has a similar feature, but in addition, it's like built on this ecosystem of me sharing 3D models. So if you're into 3D printing or you know someone who has a 3D printer and you want to print stuff for your shop, I try to upload a bunch of models there. Memberships give you different access to how many models you can download per month. And his question is, do they stack up? So if you're in a membership tier that gets 2 downloads a month, if you don't use them, do you get 4 the next month? I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Wish I could answer that. There's a question that I was just going around. Do you have any employees helping in the print farm? That's what I need to do to free up my time to be able to make miter saw dust collection shoots faster. I have 3 part-time employees right now. They're college kids, and they come in, they work probably 15, maybe 20 hours a week. They just help me clean up prints, package orders, do like a lot of the monotonous stuff that was just eating up my time. But I'm still the one that's, unloading printers, loading files, doing all this stuff that I just frankly need to hire someone to do. So probably towards the beginning of the year, I'm gonna put out a listing for a full-time employee to manage the print farm. Like he's going to be a print farm manager. That's going to be his baby. I don't know. I have like high hopes for what that position is, but I also got to be realistic. So I'm kind of freaked out to relinquish control, but that's just part of growing in anything. So just got to do it. Let's see. Oh, my wife is in here. She's funny. Bamboo Lab. How are the Bamboo Lab printers doing? They're great. I just got 3 more P1Ss this time. I really like them. I don't even know how. I think I have 17 Bamboo Lab printers now. I think I have an A1 Mini that I haven't even opened. That's just for here at home. I want like the kids to play with it and get into it. But they're great. They're awesome. After messing with all of the miter saws, which one do you like best? That is the topic of an upcoming video. I've had this video planned in my head for a year now, and I keep pushing it off, but it's going to be like a Q1 video. I'm going to stack up all of the best sliding miter saws that you can possibly want, and then compare them all and give you my honest opinion. The hardest part for me is coming up with a scoring rubric so you can compare them all apples to apples. I know everyone's going to ask, like, do the Festool Capex, but it's like, that's part of my struggle is like, I have to like draw the lines over where I want, the scope of this thing to be. So anyway, that video is coming. Right off the bat, like the Bosch Axle Glide is just a pretty solid saw altogether. I haven't had a chance to play with the Makita. I got the 12-inch Makita. It's stupid nice. But I have, like I said, I haven't had a chance to actually use it, so I can't really speak intelligently to it yet. But that is probably going to be my favorite. It's also the most expensive one. So just lose audio. We're back. Okay. So anyway, yeah, that's it for now, but more to come on that. When will we see your year-end financial breakdown video? I've been going back and forth on whether I want to do that. Here's my issue. Like, I've done it for 4 years straight now, and this would be year number 5. I think it helps a lot of people in exposing how the business of YouTube and social media like looks behind the curtain, which a lot of people don't share for some reason. But now that my world involves YouTube and now a full-fledged business with employees, it just becomes like kind of murky on what I want to share, if that makes sense. It's not that I'm like ashamed of anything or like I don't want to share. It's just like it brings into like so many different facets. Like there's legality issues. There's like the employees, like how would they feel if they saw how much the business made? Like if I wanted to make it fair, I'd have to show everything, including like top line, costs, net profit, and it's just like it's a little bit too much for me to share. That, add on top of that the fact that there's now competitors trying to do exactly what I'm doing. So it's like I'd just be funneling information to them for free just so I can help a few people. I'm struggling with it right now. Actually, if you have a say on that, or have an opinion on that, leave those in here, because I'm curious. Like, I know it helps a lot of people. I know a lot of people find it really interesting and they look forward to it. It's extremely uncomfortable to make, but it's, if it helps people, it helps people. So, going back a ways, did you ever make plans for the patio deck box? Man, that is an old video. That was back in Texas. That was probably like 2018 or something, maybe 19, something like that. I get questions about that particular build all the time, especially when it comes to plans. I kind of made it up as I went. I definitely didn't make plans, so I don't have them for sale or available. Sorry. All right. Put the video behind a paywall. I'm assuming they're talking about the income breakdown video. That would kind of defeat the purpose, I would think. Like, hey, I'll tell you about money if you give me some money. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, people saying they like the financial videos, but they understand. Have you found running a 2.5-inch shop vac hose provides better dust collection than using a 1.25-inch hose to the miter saw? I currently have a 1.25-inch from my shop vac to my miter saw. Good question. It depends. If you're using like a standard shop vac, like a big, like 6.5 horsepower shop vac, you probably want to err on the side of the larger hose because you're going to want the more airflow. But if you're using something like a dust extractor, which is meant for like high static pressure, which is really, really good for a tool like a miter saw to pick up that dust and get it out of there, then you want to go for a smaller hose. The number one mistake people always do is they run like their 4-inch hose from like, I don't think it's in frame, but I have a big wall dust collector over here. They run their big 4-inch hose and then they neck it down right to their miter saw, and they just assume, oh, big dust collector is going to pick up a lot of dust. The thing about those is that it's a lot of volume being moved, but the static pressure is really, really low. So it's not good for a lot of fine particles. So you actually, like, the smaller hose actually tends to create a higher static head if it's hooked up to the right vacuum. So it depends, but usually a smaller hose will do pretty well. Let's see, what else? Share just the YouTube portion of the income. The business option doesn't need to be included, even though a lot of business is funneled through YouTube. Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like, I mean, that's how I think of how I make money. Is like, there's the YouTube side and then there's the product side. And of course, it's kind of murky because they like cross a lot. But I probably could make a good attempt at like slicing it and just showing the YouTube side. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm still undecided. Oh, congrats on your success. I'm a very early subscriber back to your move from the rent house in Texas. I didn't have a rent house in Texas. Shows what kind of fan you are. I'm just kidding. No, that was our house. I mean, we own that house. But yeah, the OG single car garage that I had high hopes for, that was fun. But I mean, if you saw the video, I am currently planning to build a detached shop right next to our house. That's going to be coming in the spring. Definitely going to happen. I'm going to attempt to try and build some of it myself, which should make for good content, watching full-size trusses fall on me, not little shed trusses. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. It's going to be not only fun building the structure and just showing how that, how like an average person can do it, but also, of course, decking out the whole thing. Because the whole premise, the whole reason I started this channel is because I really, really I loved watching the content of people setting up their shops. And I just found it so interesting of like how they arrange things and the different storage options they have. And like just a super efficient shop was like really appealing to me. And it seemed like it was just kind of sprinkled in a bunch of different channels. And I just wanted to focus on that. And that's what I did for the first, I don't know, probably 4 years. And now I do sheds and miter saws and 3D printing. But I want to get back into like shop focused content. So that new structure is going to hopefully offer a lot of that, which is going to be good. Let's see. Greetings from Germany. What's up, Dennis? Have you turned the tiny house shed into a man cave? I have not. I honestly, so I'm a golfer. I love to play golf when it's warm out. I'm in Ohio, so it's freaking freezing cold right now. I'm in the garage shivering. I wanted to turn it into like a simulator bay, basically, like have a little bar in there, have a big, like drop net, not even net, like screen, projector, like the whole 9 yards. But probably not. It would be fun though. Hello from Newburgh. Awesome. Are you putting a loft on the upcoming garage or shop, a man cave? That was my original plan. I wanted to build like an office upstairs. It would be a big office, so it could be like, I could like shoot video in there. I could probably have some printers up there. My original idea before I ever moved into the commercial space was to build a second level on the shop and just have the print farm up there. And I'm so glad I didn't do that because it would be a nightmare because first of all, it's constantly growing. So I would run out of room like almost instantly. And also just like getting up and down, like parts, filament. I mean, the filament's heavy. All that stuff would just be kind of, You guys still see me? Okay. So yeah, my goal or my plan now is to put attic trusses above. So I'm going to deck out the top and just make a kind of a swanky second level just for storage. And I'll probably put like a motorized lift up there. I'm going to ball out in this place. So it's going to be cool. I've got a lot of ridiculous ideas that normal people probably wouldn't ever want to put in their shop, but hey, all for the content. Yeah, sorry, my camera keeps tripping out. Again, mentioned this is my first live stream, so something terrible is going to happen. I'm going to lose audio at some point. The camera's going to stop working. Something's going to happen. Just calling it now. Let's see. How much land do you have to build on? I want to do something similar stuff on mine, but I only have 1 acre. Yeah, I actually have less than an acre. So the size of my shop is 100% bound by my property lines. So I'm working with the designer to maximize everything we possibly can. I don't live in an HOA or anything, but the township I live in has a building height requirement. So that's part of the reason why too, I can't have a second story. It has to be a percentage of the house. So it can't be, I think, more than 25% of our house. So that limits the square footage. So again, we're just maximizing as much as we can. But it's going to be compared to this, which is a bay of a 3-car garage, there's normally a car parked right here where the camera is. So it's, it's basically just me walking around this workbench, all of a sudden having a 3+ car garage to myself with all these like nooks and stuff to build stuff in. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Did I announce a winner yet? No, I'm waiting because I know people are kind of like coming into the live stream. So this would be probably a good point to jump over to the prizes. So as you can see behind me, this is the part of the grand prize. I'll go over the prizes one more time. Okay, so basically I have what I'm calling the second runner-up prizes, which is $100 cash. That's paid in US dollars if you win from anywhere around the world. I'm going to give that away 5 times. So I'm giving away $500, $100 to 5 different people. So I'm going to draw a name, draw another name, do it 5 times, $100 each. The runner-up prize is $500 cash to 1 person. So I'll draw another name. That'll be $500. And then, oh, hold on, I forgot the detail. Got giant checks. Pretty cool, huh? My wife's idea. Yeah, so runner-up is $500. And then the grand prize is all of this stuff. The total value of the grand prize is $2,500. Now, what you're seeing behind me is not worth $2,500. And that's because I left $1,000 to spend at the winner's discretion. I thought about like putting cordless tools in there, but it's like, what if I assume you're a DeWalt guy and you like Milwaukee? Or what if you like to stretch your dollar and you get Harbor Freight stuff? I don't know. So basically, whoever wins, I'll be in contact with you. You pick out $1,000 worth of stuff. I'll buy it and have it shipped to you. So that's going to be the thing. So you get everything behind me plus $1,000 to spend at your discretion on tools. And I guess we should probably go over the rules. All right. So yeah, if you missed the beginning of the live stream, we've had over 2,000 people enter, spanning 32 countries, which blew my mind. I did not think it would be that crazy. Now, of course, it was mostly US based. 93% of them were from the US, but those 32 countries were across 6 continents. I thought that was cool. All right. So somebody asked us earlier, how do you get entered? How do you get your name in the bucket? Basically, there were 2 ways to enter. One was a web form that was free. It was on my website. You could have entered anywhere from like September or whatever when that first video came out up until December 1st. That gets you 1 entry. So that's 1 slip of paper with your name on it. There's a way to get multiple entries, and that was by signing up to my thangs.com membership plans. If you don't know what Thangs is, it's basically it's a community for sharing 3D models. So, as you all probably know, I do a lot of 3D printing. There's a lot of people out there that are getting into 3D printing, or they know someone who has a 3D printer. And part of the struggle is like, okay, I have a 3D printer, but I don't know like how to design the stuff and whatever. So I've gone ahead and designed a lot of parts that you can use in your shop. So all you do is sign up for this community thing. There's varying levels ranging from $5 all the way up to $75 a month, which I know sounds like a lot, but that's like a very niche group called the Hustle Club, where basically you get interactions with me. I do a private live stream with everyone in the Hustle Club. It's usually people with like either a small business or an idea for a small business. A lot of times centered around 3D printing. We discuss, things that I've run into, other people have run into. It's just kind of like this cool collaboration thing. And we've got this Discord channel that we all talk on. So Thangs is a place to get models like that. If you signed up for the Thangs in the period where you could enter, it got you multiple entries. And basically, again, depending on the level, what we call the Shop Nation level was an additional entry. That was $5 a month. Shop Goodness is $10 a month. That got you 2 entries. Shop Greatness is $25 a month. That gets you 4 entries. The thing about Shop Greatness is you also get a free plan every month. So I pick a plan of the month and I send it out to everybody in that group, which, it's typically $20 plan. And then finally, the Hustle Club, which I mentioned, it's a very small group. I get that $75 a month is kind of crazy, but my goal is to like return that tenfold, like in information and value and things like that. So I gave an example. Joe Bob fills out the web form and joins the Shop Goodness membership tier. So he gets 3 entries. Clear as mud? Okay. Eligibility, if you signed up online, you had to check these boxes. So, it should be pretty clear. Got to be at least 18 years old to win. If you're going to win the grand prize, which is this plus the $1,000, you have to live in the US. I'm sorry to all the international people. It's just shipping and all that good stuff is a little bit too much to handle. But the runner, all the cash prizes, except for the cash that's in the grand prize, that can go to anybody. So I'll figure out how to get money to Zimbabwe if someone in Zimbabwe wins. So yeah, so you can at least win something. Okay, so the rules. Each entry is placed into the bucket. Now, I could have just like converted all these from a spreadsheet into like a random generator online, but that'd be the easy thing. Okay, I want to make it kind of cool. So we, and by we, I mean my wife, cut out over 2,000 individual little strips of paper with first and last names and basically where they live. I'm not going to read your address if I pull your name, but I'll just kind of give some information like, this guy's from Arizona, or this guy's from Mexico or whatever. So I've actually got 2 buckets of these because it didn't fit all in one bucket very neat. So this is what we're going to be drawing from. So they're going to be drawn at random. I'm going to start at the lowest prize tier, right? So the second runner up, the $100 prizes. So I'm going to draw 5 of those first. After those 5 names are drawn, I'll move on to the runner-up prize, which is $500. And then finally, after that, we'll do the grand prize. And I'll probably take some votes on what we do for the grand prize because I kind of have a cool idea to do that. Anyway, so the biggest kicker here is that your name, because remember, there's people who has multiple names in these buckets. If your name is drawn for one prize, you are automatically ineligible to win another prize. So if we miraculously pull your name for the grand prize after you've already won $100, sorry, we already drew your name. So I have to keep drawing until I get a new name. Or in the case of the grand prize, a name that's in the US. So if I pull your name and you're in Germany and we got the grand prize, I'll feel pretty bad and I'll probably send you something. But yeah, it has to be a US winner. Clear, right? Are there any questions about the drawing? Oh, I see Drew Witt's here. What's up, Drew? Okay. So with that, what do you say we get to drawing? So let's see. I set up all these fancy on-screen things. You can see how, look at that. It's like we're on the news. Okay, so I'm going to draw the first name for the first $100, and we'll get going. All right, I'm going to pick from this bucket first. Not looking, not looking. These papers are really small. I'm going to try not to drop them on the ground. Okay, I have one. We got, hold on, drum roll. Nope, not him. That's a fake name. Drum roll, please. This person is from Texas, the great state of Texas. And that would be Richard Beachamp. Hope I said that right. Might be Cajun. You might pronounce that kind of weird. Yep, good old Texas. Richard, congratulations. $100. I'll go over, I have a whole section on, hey, I won, now what? We'll do that at the end. So for now, Richard, you are the first winner. All right. Number 2. Let's go the other bucket this time. Okay. Gotta make sure I really mix up the salad. Uh-oh, we got a Canuck. Someone from Canada. Let's see. Got to type this in so it's really dramatic. Here we go. We got Mike Ellis from British Columbia, Canada. Congratulations, Mike. $100 US, which are way better than Canadian dollars. I'll send your way. Okay. That was 2. We got 3 more. God, these are tiny papers. Kind of stick together. Oh, no way. Another Canadian. What? Okay. I did not see that coming. Canada made up like 3.5% of the total prize pool. So the fact that we got 2 in a row, come on. All right. This guy. Henkelmann. Oh gosh, too many N's. All right, Mr. Rob Henkelmann from Alberta. Congratulations, Rob. I will be in touch. That's number 3. So we got 2 more, $100. I guess I probably should have brought $100 bills to add to this. I was about to say, if there's another Canadian, come on. All right, good old US of A. Here we go. This one is, he's from Massachusetts. Anybody watching from Massachusetts? Oh, I can't spell. All right, David Murcko, Massachusetts. Congratulations, $100. You can get like a gallon of milk nowadays. Pretty good. Okay, last one for $100. Let me get to the bottom of this. Look at that. I mean, God, this is ridiculous. Let's see. Let me dig in here for this one. Not looking, not looking. Okay. Oh, We've got a girl on the board. All right. She is from Oklahoma, US of A. I guess I'm assuming it's a girl based on the name. Sorry if it's not. Niki Troyer. Congratulations. $100. I will be in touch. So that was 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Okay, now we're on to the bigger prize. $500. Whew. Okay. Let's see. That would be, I got to get the big check. I got to get my money's worth out of these big checks. $500. Like when you win at the casino and they're just like, okay, $500. I'm not going to physically mail you that because that would probably be really expensive. $500. $500. It's got to be a good one. Let's see if Canada can get on the board 3 times. Okay. Oh, this is cool. South Africa on the board. Gosh, talk about freaking playing the odds today. Probably not a lot of entries from South Africa, so maybe if you're watching, you know that you're about to win. I'm going to butcher this, so I'm just going to put on the screen first. Riaan Redelinghuys. Was that close? Congratulations, $500. Now I have to figure out how to get $500 to South Africa. But it's got to be something, right? So congratulations. That's pretty cool. I didn't think I was going to pull a international for second place. Okay, and now the moment maybe we've all been waiting for. I don't know. Okay, so here's my idea. All right, so again, big check. Got to get some airtime. Did I even show all the tools that are in this? I didn't even do that. Let's stop. Let me show you what's in here. Okay, I was going to try and get high tech and get like a second camera. I tried to hook up my phone and then give close-ups, but it was a disaster. So you're just going to have to like go with me here. So starting with the big stuff, which you can probably see. You got the pack out stack right here. That's the 3 toolbox stack, the large, medium, and small. I've never had pack out stuff. I didn't really understand the hype. They're pretty damn nice. I kind of get it. Like, especially if you're invested and you've like got a bunch of stuff. It's like the weirdo festival sustainer guys. It's cool. My question though is like, is the pack out still the king? Because it seems like everybody and their mom is making a mobile toolbox system now. Like the tough built stuff. That's the one that I kind of think is pretty cool. But pack out is like probably the safest bet. Everyone loves it. So this is all coming to you. Next up is the DeWalt Cyclone separator. That I put that in a video probably like 2 months ago or so. I just think it's the cleanest, smallest, most compact cyclone separator you can have in your shop. I don't need any more of them, so I want to give it away. Next, these things are freaking awesome. Even if you have one, like you can't have too many of these. These silicone mats. This is the XL from Rockler. Super cool if you're doing glue ups. Cleans right up. Everyone's favorite red aluminum tools. Got a woodpecker dual square kit. You got the 8-inch square and the 6-inch square. Super nice. I have these. Use them all the time. Very, very cool and very expensive. Oh boy. Next up is the Narex chisel set. I'm not a woodworker, so these are nice, right? These are nice. I think they're nice. They were not cheap. I think they're nice. So this is 5 of them. You got a 1/4 inch up to 1 inch. Hey, good chisel set. With that, I also got a Narex marking knife. Again, not a woodworker, so don't use these, but looks pretty cool. Nice little marking knife there. Let's see, what else? All right, we've got a Gripper, 3D push block. Again, if you already have one of these, it's still good to have two. Like you can have it set up for multiple things. I have one that's parked in my table saw all the time. Use it. It's great. Another cool thing that I have that I think everyone should have or know about is these mag switch feather boards. You can use them on any cast iron tool, obviously, because they have to stick because they're a magnet. But they're super nice. You don't have to rely on being in the miter slot. You can position them however you want, and they hold like crazy. So you get the mag switch feather board plus 2 of the mag jig 150s, so you can make your own jigs. I use one to keep my fence on my miter saw or my table saw squared up. So that's cool. You've got 2 of these Pika pencils. I haven't got one of these for a long time. I just like, my favorite is the Graph Gear 1000. You're also getting 3 of these. These are my absolute favorite. They feel good in your hand. I love how the tip retracts, all that stuff. Look, I even have one right by my notebook right here. So you get 3 of these, and then you get 2 of the Pikas. Now, I bought one of these for myself, and I just kind of been playing around with it. I get it. I get it now. These are nice. And the fact that you can get different colored leads, you know, even for working with metal and stuff, very handy. So get 2 of those, 3 of these. All right, now on to the Craig stuff. So first off, you're getting a 720 Pro Craig jig. A lot of people have the Craig jig. I thought about this beforehand, but a lot of people probably have the older, the K5, which is still a great tool, but that thing blows it out of the water. So if you don't have the upgraded one, it's fantastic. So this one's mine. You're going to get a new one shipped to you, but it's great. It's one of the best tools, definitely one of the most used tools in my shop because I'm an idiot. This thing, portable crosscut, I was like, I don't know, I wasn't convinced when I first saw this thing because everyone just uses like a speed square to square up, you know, making a quick cut on something. But it's got the grippy bottom. It's got a lot more surface area. It actually works really well. It actually comes in really handy. They're not really expensive. You can cut, you know, 45s or square cuts really fast. So that's nice to have. You're also going to get a shelf pin jig. So definitely super handy if you're ever, not only if you're building cabinets, but if you just have to like modify a cabinet somewhere, just quickly being able to make very accurate holes in perfect alignment. Super easy. You also get a little pack of shelf pins to go with it. And then the last 2 are probably some of my favorite products from Craig. This is the radius jig. So you've got all these different profiles, so all these different curve radiuses, and then you've got these chamfers as well. So these all go in the tool. You hold this up against a corner of a workpiece, and you can route around it, or you know, do all kinds of stuff. Super handy. Like I used to 3D print a version of this, like a much crappier version of this, and then Craig came out with this, and I was like, oh, perfect. I don't have to sell that router thing anymore. So this is great. You're getting this set, and then finally, one of the most underrated things that Craig possibly buys is this tiny little stud finder. Now, this isn't the exact one you're getting. You're getting the one with the laser. It's at work, so I didn't have it. This is just the regular non-laser one, but basically it's just got 2 magnets on the back. You find the studs, sticks to the wall, and then you push the button for the laser, and it projects where your stud is on the whole wall. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Okay. You're also getting a automatic vacuum switch. Excuse me. So the triggering vacuum switch, you know, you plug in your tool in one and your vacuum in the other, so it delays so they don't kick on at the same time you blow a circuit breaker. Those are super handy to have around the shop. And you're also getting a remote switch. So this is kind of the same thing, but it's got the little key fob. That's what I actually use more, is the remote stuff. I figure everyone can use that kind of stuff around their shop. So that makes up the package minus the $1,000 that you get to splurge on whatever you want. So, all right, before we get to drawing, I need some hydration. Okay, let me check the comments real quick to make sure nothing's going on. Video idea, things that YouTubers convinced me to buy that are not cool anymore. It's funny. All right, let's get to it. So instead of like just reaching my hand in a bucket and grabbing a name, my first idea was to like set up a ladder, take up all the names in the buckets and just dump them on the floor and put like a little target. And then whatever lands on or in the target, I then put back in the bucket. And then I just keep going until it gets down to one name. Probably going to be kind of messy and it might take a while. So another idea I had was to take them, throw them up in the air and try and grab one. Also messy, but would be quick. Or I could just draw in the bucket. So why don't you guys leave your comments? What do you think? Leaf blower. Ooh, I do have a leaf blower right here. We could do it. Target, bobbing for apples. Run them through the shop vac. Ooh, man, that'd be pretty good. But then would I open the bag and just pick? That would basically be just picking them out of here. Throw it up, make a mess. What did Suman say? This Corinne's laughing at it. Now I have to go back and find it. What did Suman say? Okay. Suman, DM me, bro. Just kidding. All right, so let's see. I'm not getting like an overwhelming majority. Let your kid draw it. That would have been probably kind of funny. It would have been chaos and they would have tripped over every chord in here, but it would have made for good content. Throw them up and have your wife catch one. My wife is a catch, but she is currently at the movies with the kids, so I can do this. So it wouldn't work. Leaf blower into a cup. You know what? I like the leaf blower idea. I have to find a container to catch these things in. Let's see. Maybe like a Lowe's bucket. Got to have one of those around here. God, they're all full of junk. 1 second. Got that one. Okay. It's a bit out of date, but I've got this children's Halloween bucket. So how would this work? Should I put this over here? Yep. And maybe I'll like stand back here and just blow them all over the prizes. Yeah, be a good idea. So whatever lands in the bucket, let me dry that out because I think it's kind of wet. So whatever lands in the bucket, I guess it'll be narrowed down to those, and then we'll figure something out from there. Okay, got a clean bucket, target bucket. This might get kind of loud with the microphone, so sorry. Let's see. You just take a bunch of these. Oh, I don't think I made any of those. Hold on, I gotta get these that I'm dropping. That's not fair to these people. Live streaming, am I right? Okay, here we go. Woo! This is gonna be really terrible to clean up later. Brad from Fix This Build That's like just turned off his computer if he's ever watching this. Woo! Oh, I saw at least one go in the bucket. We're doing it now. Can you even see that on the camera? Okay, that was one bucket. Got a whole other bucket here. Oh, God. That did not work as well as I thought. Guess we'll keep going. We're committed now. Trying to aim some back in there. Okay. I'm going to give, I wish I could show you the ground right now. It's chaos. I'm going to scoop a bunch of these up and give like a redemption shot to all these people on the ground. And then we're going to look in the bucket, see what we got. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. Take a drink. Do you feel like your name's in there? I feel like there's at least one name in there. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that. We got 1, 2, 3, got 7 names in there. So now do I just pull out of this bucket? Yeah, I guess I'd have to, because if these fall on the ground, then I'm not going to be able to tell which ones they were. So let's see. Oh, now I see the comments. Stuff them in the nozzle. Why didn't I think of that? God, we're doing it live. Okay, let me just get this ready so I can type their name. Here we go. For the $2,500 grand prize package, I've got one name. Got to make sure it's a U.S. name. It is. Okay. They didn't put their state, so I can't tell you what state they live in. I'm going to have to get in touch with them. It'd be really cool if they're actually on this live stream, because there's not a ton of people on here. Okay, we ready? The winner of the $2,500 tool package, which includes $1,000 to spend however you want, is, oh boy, what did I do? Jason Keck. Congratulations. Super, super cool. Again, I don't know where in the U.S. they live. It just has an address, but we'll find out. So, first of all, is that person in the comments? How crazy would that be? Okay, people are saying congratulations, congrats. All right. So you won, now what? So I'm going to be reaching out to you for all the winners, whether you won the $100, the $500, or the grand prize. I'm going to reach out to you based on what email you entered with. Hopefully that was a good email and not fake. Also, I forgot to mention, I specified that you can only enter once in the web form and all that kind of stuff. Got a bunch of tricky people trying to enter multiple times, but I caught all of you, okay? I had to put this all in Excel, sort by last name and address, and some people kind of change their name a little bit. I see what you're doing. So I deleted all the duplicates like that. One guy entered 5 times. I'm like, dude, come on. So anyways, I'm going to reach out to you. I'll send you an email. We'll figure out how to get you either the cash or the prizes or both. And yeah, last thing is don't try and be a scumbag and reach out and say, I won, and you're talking to the wrong person. I'm on to you, okay? Be a good person. It's the holidays. Okay. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Giant thank you. Thanks for watching, tuning in. Even if you're watching this after the fact, thank you for watching. Leave a comment down by where you're watching from. We had a dude win from South Africa. How cool is that? Yeah, so thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for putting up with all my dumb 3D printing content. If you don't give a crap about that, I get it. There's a lot of things, moving around and stuff. I do have the big shop build coming up, which is going to be a lot of fun. And I've got a huge outdoor project that I'm going to fumble my way through as well. Plus, of course, stuff I'll be doing in the shop. So here's to a good year. Hope everyone has a good holidays. Enjoy the Friday. Yeah, if there was something in this live stream that was like good or bad, let me know. Because again, this is the first one I've done. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. I don't think I lost audio at all, which is kind of miraculous. Lost video a couple times, but that's okay. So with that, everyone, enjoy the holidays. Thank you so much, and pursue that sweet, sweet shop greatness.